it's Marie here, and we are back in your Pinterest account, and now we're going to show you, or I'm going to show you, how to upload a pin and create boards. Now, if you had watched the previous video, we had just opened this Pinterest account, so I am in my profile. If you click up here, you can get to your profile. Now you'll see when you start your Pinterest account, there won't be any images up in this area right here. But when you start to pin, this will start to populate with the images of the pins that you've pinned. Hence all of these gluten-free recipes and keto recipe pins that you can see now. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and show you the boards that we created again in the previous video. So in my profile, I'm going to come over here, and in this nav bar, I'm going to click on boards. And you'll see here that I now have 2 boards that we've created. Now it's quite simple to create another board. All you have to do is click this plus sign right here. I am going to actually create another board because I'm going to show you how to upload a pin, and this pin I'm going to put in a new board that we're going to call Amazing Food. Let's start with doing that first. So let's go to create a board. Now in the previous video, you'll see that when I created a board, this is all that popped up. Let's do Amazing Food, and we don't have start or end dates. Usually that would be for something seasonal. Here it says keep this board secret. I'm going to keep it public, so basically that means that anybody can find this board. There's certain reasons for keeping a board secret, and we can talk about that in a different video because it's a different tactic. So for now, we're going to keep the board public, and I'm going to click create. So because I called it Amazing Food, Pinterest wants to show me some pins that might be relevant to my board. And so by all means, you can come here and you can peruse the different pins and see if anything appeals to you. For example, I can just save this pin right now to the board, and I can keep on scrolling down, and this looks lovely. So I will pin these things to this board at the moment. And once I've done that, so yes, go ahead and pin. You can pin quite a few pins to your board. You really want to keep on pinning. You want to start pinning a lot so that you have a lot of pins in your board. It'll get it so that it gets found easier. And so definitely every day you should be pinning to your boards. So now that I've pinned a couple of things in there, what I want to do is I want to click done. Here's the board that we've got right now. So now what I want to do is I want to pin. But before we do that, when you're creating a board, like I said, it pops up, it says what you want to name your board, but you'll also want to edit your board. So it's really, really important. So I just clicked over here. So board cover. When you create all of these boards, you'll see people with 5 boards, you'll see people with hundreds of boards. Some people, and we do this, some people will create a board cover. It's basically a pin, but all of the board covers, so they all look the same. So when you look at it, you'll see if we go to different Pinterest board or different profiles, you'll see sometimes if somebody doesn't have a board cover, it's hard to see what that board is about, only because there's so much visual stimulation. So you will eventually want to create board covers, and that's exactly the same as creating a pin. So let's edit this board. So I've called it Amazing Food. Your description, you're going to want to put keywords in your description, and that's really, really important because it'll help your board get found. I, for this example, will just write a really simple description. This board is a collection of amazing food recipes that I have found on Pinterest. Okay, now next, what kind of board is it? So you'll just scroll through, and for me, this is food and drink. Again, dates are optional. That's usually for seasonal. Do I want collaborators at this point? No, I don't have any collaborators to invite to pin to that board. So basically, when you have collaborators, they can pin to your board. Again, I'm keeping this board public, and show pins inspired by this board in your home feed, and that's on. So that's perfectly fine. Again, when you're doing the description, you'll want to put keywords in here so it will look fuller than what I've put in here for this example. And then once you're finished with that, you'll click done. And you want to make sure that all of your boards all have been edited, have a description, and so forth. And it makes it much more interesting because here, this is where the description shows up. This board is a collection of amazing food recipes that I found on Pinterest. Be sure to take a look and see what I've pinned. So now that we've done that, what I want to do is I want to create a pin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here and I'm going to click create pin. Now, very simple again, just follow the prompts. So once you've created a pin in Canva, and again, if you haven't watched that video that I did where you create a pin in Canva, go back and look at that. It's really simple. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to find the downloaded image. So I'm going to do that, and here it is. So the top 5 best charcuterie boards for the summer, easy step-by-step recipe to impress your guests this summer season. So this is my pin. So in my title, I'm going to write the top 5 best charcuterie boards. You're going to tell everybody what your pin is about. So here is a collection of the top 5 best charcuterie boards for the summer. Your guests will love it. And what you'll want to do is you'll want to add some hashtags. So if you've done your research before, it's as simple as even putting in your keyword term like charcuterie board up here in the search and seeing what comes up. So then you'll get that little bar here. You'll get that little bar of keywords, and you can use some of those as hashtags. So I'll just put charcuterie board. Charcuterie board. So I've actually clicked here. I've actually done a search for you. So I've done a search for you to see, and you can see here. So I've added charcuterie board in the search. And here you can see how to make a charcuterie board. Charcuterie board for Easter, easy charcuterie board, and so many different things that people have searched for ideas on how to build a charcuterie board. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into my Pinterest account and I'm going to add those keywords. Easy to make charcuterie board. How to make a charcuterie board. You don't want to have too many hashtags, but you can add you could add like 3 to 5 hashtags, and that will help you get found faster as well, because then it gives them an idea as to what your pin is really about. And again, for your pin, you want to make sure that every time you pin, you've got a brand new image and brand new wording. So that counts as a brand new pin for Pinterest. So it has nothing to do with the destination link. It has to do with what's on the pin and what the pin says. And so best practices for Pinterest are to always have a new pin when you start and not necessarily put up the same pin over and over again. And so you add the destination link. So I've got here summer foods. So, and then you will click a board to publish it to up here. So amazing food, and then I will publish. And here you go. So you've created a pin. So perfect. Now let's see the pin. And here it is. This is what it looks like. So the top 5 best charcuterie boards. Here's my description. Here's my profile. And here's the pin. So if they click through to here, then they would be able to see, they would actually see the actual recipes. Here, if they click through here, then they go to my profile. So that's how you edit your boards, and that's how you upload a pin. So I hope that video was helpful, and we'll see you in the next one.